At the bustling airport, Ethan stands alone, his figure stark against the vibrant backdrop of planes soaring into the vast sky. His eyes, pools of unspoken grief, are fixed on the departing aircraft, each one a painful reminder of what he has lost. He clutches a small velvet box, a tangible symbol of his sorrow, held so tightly his knuckles gleam white. The bright, sunny day is a cruel contrast to the darkness that consumes him, highlighting his isolation and despair. Each departing plane seems to carry a piece of his heart away, leaving him stranded in a sea of memories and regrets. The velvet box, a silent promise, remains his only solace amidst the noise and motion of the uncaring world. Ethan, weary and travel-worn, sits alone amidst the airport's bustling chaos, a solitary figure awaiting his delayed flight. The vibrant energy of the airport swirls around him, a stark contrast to the quiet exhaustion etched on his face. Each passing announcement echoes his anticipation, a subtle reminder of the journey ahead to Paris. Lost in thought, Ethan's gaze sweeps over the crowd, each face a fleeting story in the grand narrative of travel. The weight of unspoken burdens seems to settle on his shoulders as he waits, a silent prelude to a new chapter. Ethan surveys the lively airport crowd, a sea of faces blurring into a symphony of transient motion. His gaze halts, drawn to Amara, a solitary figure amidst the bustling chaos of departures. She stands by the glass wall, watching the planes ascend and descend with quiet contemplation. A subtle sadness clings to her, an unspoken emotion that resonates through the crowded space. The vast expanse of the airport becomes a stage for their silent, unfolding narrative. Her isolation is a beacon, subtly pulling Ethan closer through the human torrent. Sunlight bathes the airport coffee shop as Ethan and Amara sit amidst the travelers' hum, lost in their own world. Ethan laughs, a genuine sound that fills their small corner of the bustling cafe. "I can't believe we've been talking for hours," Ethan says, surprised by their instant connection. Amara responds, "I know, right? It feels like we've known each other forever." Amara admits, "There's nothing I love more than exploring new places, but sometimes it gets lonely on the road." Ethan nods, understandingly. It's strange, being surrounded by so many people, yet feeling completely alone. In the bustling airport, sunlight illuminates Ethan and Amara, dust motes dancing around them like secrets. They exchange numbers, a hopeful glint in their eyes, mirroring the promise of a future meeting. An unspoken vow lingers, fragile yet full of potential, hanging in the air between them. Turning towards separate flights, they vanish into the throng, their figures swallowed by the crowd. Months later, Istanbul teems with life as Ethan navigates the crowded streets, his gaze sweeping across the vibrant tapestry of faces. A sea of locals and tourists bustle around him, their energy palpable in the warm air. Suddenly, Ethan freezes, his attention caught by a familiar figure across the square. Amara stands amidst the crowd, her presence unmistakable. Their eyes meet, a spark of recognition instantly igniting, bridging the distance and time. Soft light graces Ethan and Amara in an Istanbul restaurant, the air alive with Turkish spices and hushed laughter. Candlelight dances across their faces as they share stories, the years dissolving with each shared memory. A familiar spark flickers between them, rekindling a connection that time could not erase. Their eyes meet, reflecting shared pasts and unspoken hopes in the intimate, warm ambiance. Ethan leans in, his gaze intent, as Amara responds with a smile that bridges the years. The restaurant fades into background. Their world shrinks to the space between two souls reconnecting. High above Cappadocia, Ethan and Amara drift in a hot air balloon, a silent dance with the awakening Sunday. The landscape unfolds beneath them, a surreal tapestry of fairy chimneys bathed in the soft glow of dawn. Laughter echoes in the crisp morning air as they share a tender kiss, sealing a moment of pure joy. The sky transforms into a canvas of vibrant colors, painting their faces with hues of orange, pink, and gold. A shared glance, a silent promise as they float amidst the clouds, bound by love and the breathtaking vista. Soft shadows dance in the dim light of the hotel room as Ethan and Amara lie in bed, facing each other with tender intimacy. Ethan's voice, soft and vulnerable, fills the quiet space. Sometimes I dream that I am falling, and I never hit the ground. Amara's eyes search his, a question laced with concern. And what scares you the most? A poignant confession hangs in the air as Ethan admits, losing you, never having met you. Amara reassures him. I have so many fears, but being with you makes them seem smaller. I love you, Amara, Ethan whispers, and she returns, I love you too, Ethan. Their voices blending softly in the dim light. Ethan and Amara walk hand in hand by the Seine, their laughter mixing with the sounds of Paris. They explore hallowed museum halls, eyes wide with wonder at timeless masterpieces. In quaint cafes, they share coffee and dreams, their stories weaving into the city's fabric. Lush parks cradle their romance, the vibrant green canopy a testament to their love. Under the sun's embrace, Ethan and Amara unwind on a pristine Thailand beach. The air filled with the promise of adventure. They dive into crystal waters, their figures momentarily submerged, then resurface amidst the sun-drenched waves. With childlike glee, they sculpt magnificent sand castles, their hands shaping dreams in the golden sand. Laughter dances on the gentle breeze, echoing their joy across the tranquil beach. Bathed in sunlight, they bask in the warmth, savoring a moment of pure serenity on their tropical escape. Ethan and Amara stand amidst the airport's bustling crowd, suitcases a silent promise of journeys and goodbyes. They embrace tightly, a lingering goodbye charged with unspoken emotions. Ethan's voice cuts through the noise, a hopeful question hanging in the air. We'll stay connected, right? No matter what. Amara responds with resolute determination. Of course. We'll make this work, distance or no distance. A final, lingering look passes between them, a promise etched in their eyes as they prepare to board separate flights. Bathed in the laptop's glow, Ethan settles in, the city's murmur a soft backdrop to his cozy apartment. Hey, Amara, how was your day? Ethan asks, his eyes reflecting the screen's light. Amara's voice chimes in. It was good, pretty busy at work. How about you? Ethan, eager, proposes. Have you given any more thought to where we should go on our next trip? In the quiet of her apartment, Amara is surrounded by photos, each a frozen echo of laughter and love shared with Ethan. A gentle smile touches her lips as she traces their faces, memories flickering in her eyes like candlelight. The room is filled with a palpable silence, the weight of Ethan's absence pressing down, heavy and profound. Each photo whispers a story, a poignant reminder of the joy that once filled the now empty spaces around her. Ethan waits by the arrival gate, eyes darting, a nervous energy palpable as he anticipates Amara's arrival. He subtly touches a small ring box in his pocket, a silent promise held within its velvet confines. Each passing face is scrutinized, his anticipation building with every moment. He shifts, an eager statue awaiting the momentous arrival that promises to alter his world. In the bustling airport, the arrival board blares delayed next to Amara's flight, casting a pall over the waiting area. Ethan anxiously checks his phone, his brow furrowed deeper with each passing, silent moment of agonizing wait. Frustration mounts as Ethan anticipates Amara's arrival, each delay amplifying the emotional tension. The glaring screen reflects his mounting impatience and underlying concern. The arrival board flips, flight after flight marked canceled under the stark fluorescent lights. Ethan's eyes scan frantically, landing on the dreaded word next to Amara's flight. Cancelled. Panic tightens its grip as he fumbles for his phone, his fingers dialing Amara's number with desperate speed. He presses the phone to his ear, his brow furrowed deep with worry, a storm brewing in his eyes. Oh. Come on, Amara, pick up, Ethan pleads, his voice a mere whisper against the airport's cacophony. Ethan stands in the bustling airport, a sea of faces blurring around him as he answers his phone, his expression unreadable. His face shifts, disbelief slowly dawning, as the voice on the other end speaks of an accident. His features crumple, a wave of despair washing over him in the crowded terminal. Tears well in his eyes, reflecting the harsh fluorescent lights of the airport as the weight of the news crashes down. Ethan sits alone in the sterile waiting room, his grief a palpable weight in the air. His face is a mask of sorrow, eyes vacant, lost in the labyrinth of his thoughts. The cold, clinical environment amplifies his despair. Each tick of the clock echoes in the silence, a stark reminder of time slipping away. He is trapped in a bubble of anguish, isolated from the world around him. The silent scream trapped in his throat, a desperate plea for solace. Weeks later, Ethan stands at the bustling airport, the same spot where his journey with Amara began. The airport's energy swirls around him, a stark contrast to the stillness in his heart. He scans the crowd, a silent hope flickering in his eyes amidst the sea of faces. The sun casts long shadows, mirroring the lingering memories that stretch behind him. Each passing traveler is a ghost of moments shared, a reminder of what once was. He remains fixed, a solitary figure waiting for a reunion only he believes is possible. Tears streak Ethan's face as he stares blankly through the airport's glass wall, a portrait of raw grief etched in his features. Amra's laughter echoes, a bittersweet melody intensifying the ache in his chest. Her voice, soft and full of dreams, replays in his mind, haunting him with what could have been. He remembers her words, a poignant reminder of a love now lost. Love is like flying, Ethan. You have to trust yourself to let go. Amara's words cut through his sorrow. Amidst the echoing airport announcements, Ethan leans in, a visible tremor betraying his anxiety. His voice drops to a whisper, barely audible over the airport's relentless din. Ethan's eyes dart around nervously, a stark contrast to the indifferent faces in the bustling crowd. You forgot to mention the landing hurts, he confesses, his words laced with a hint of fear. The weight of unspoken dread hangs heavy in the air as he anticipates the unknown. Ethan's vulnerability is laid bare in the crowded terminal, a stark reminder of the journey ahead. Sunlight glints off the bustling airport tarmac, a stark backdrop to a silent farewell. Ethan's hand trembles slightly as he carefully sets the ring down on the cold metal of the bench. The ring, a small circle of precious metal, gleams, reflecting the bright, indifferent sky. It lies there, an abandoned promise, a symbol of a love story suspended in time. The bench, now a silent witness, holds the weight of unspoken words and unresolved emotions. The gleaming ring serves as a stark, poignant reminder of their unfinished love story. Ethan walks away from the bustling airport, his figure silhouetted against the bright, indifferent sky. His shoulders are slumped, each step heavy with unspoken grief. A broken man adrift in a sea of faces. The weight of loss crushes him, bending his posture as if under an unbearable burden. He disappears into the crowd, a solitary figure swallowed by the anonymity of the city. Sunlight glints off a solitary ring, resting forlornly on a park bench. Distant planes roar, their engines a mournful chorus to a love's demise. Each takeoff echoes the fading dreams and unspoken promises. The cold metal of the ring reflects the harsh reality of farewell. The vast sky dwarfs the tiny symbol of a love that couldn't soar.